Hey, everybody, this is Tea Time with the Diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, let's get into it. Well, Tamika Scott, because that's who this Tea Time is dedicated to, Tamika Scott from the group Escape, in the group with her, well, was in the group with her sister LaTocha Scott and Candy Burris from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Tiny, okay, T.I.'s wife. That makes up the group Escape. Well, they had their show, SWV in Escape, the Queens of R&B, and that show brought out a lot of skeletons out of the closet. Okay, a lot of skeletons came out the closet, and as a result, Tamika and her sister LaTocha just stopped speaking. Well, Tamika did a speak on it yesterday over there with Candy Burris, and she spoke on it. So much so that she said not only is her and her sister still not speaking, but she has a restraining order out on her sister and her husband Rocky. Now, Latasha tried to throw some bones out there and say that she was getting a divorce from Rocky, and her and Rocky were separated, but that seems to be a lie. Those two probably still thick as thieves. And Latasha is still not speaking to her sister. Now, we're going to get more into this story, guys, right after this. Now, guys, apparently for right now, Jesus did not fix it, okay? The two sisters, Tamika and LaTocha Scott, still not speaking. And this information came from Candy Speak on it that she had with Tamika Scott. You know, Tamika was over there. If you want to see the part where she tells that she has a restraining order against her sister and her sister husband, you could queue up probably to the last 10 minutes of the Speak on it with Tamika, and you'll definitely catch it. But it's really at the tail end. But I say if you queue up to the last 10 minutes, you will definitely hear where she talks about how she has a restraining order on him and the reason why. And the reason why, I'll summarize it for you, is she said because Latasha's husband, Rocky, he's out of control, out of pocket, and out of line. And she said, you know what? He makes a lot of threats. And so, as a result of the threats that he made, I just felt it was necessary to get a restraining order. Tamika also said that unfortunately, a lot of people were DMing her husband, right? And kind of putting pressure on her husband, DMing her husband saying, how you security and you not protecting your wife? Now, I think that's a little messy, right? Because it puts a man in a very peculiar situation. It's like he can't go out here being Rambo and then get arrested, because now you leaving your wife going to jail and really leaving her unprotected. But then again, you got the fans up there pressuring you to kind of like, protect your wife, protect your wife. So it's like, what does he do? And so luckily she's a good wife, and she says she told her husband, listen, don't mess up our money. You're not going to do nothing to him. You don't need to say nothing to him. We're just going to get this restraining order, and he needs to shut his mouth and stay away from us. And so that's pretty much what she did, right? And she also talked about how when they did the show, her intentions was not to go into that scene, the scene that kind of she stated like, y'all stole my money, y'all stole my $30,000. She said that was not her intention. She was not trying to do it for a storyline. Mona Scott did not set it up because nobody knew how that scene was going to go. It just came out. And see, that's the beauty of reality TV. The beauty of reality TV is there is no script. We're not playing games. I'm not premeditating what I'm going to say when I go in there to this particular scene. So she said that her sister LaTocha had an idea of how she wanted it to go. And so that's why when she got there, the sister tried to play her out. But when she came out and said, well, y'all owe me the $30,000, she said that was my lifeline because I felt like I was being backed into a corner. So she said, I just blurted that out. And she said that took the life of pretty much the whole entire series, because she said she did not want the series to go that way. She wanted it to focus on the group, the music, the show they were supposed to do, and the fact that she has a cookbook out and that she made her own spices. So she wanted that to be the focus. And she said after the fact, she even spoke to Mona Scott to be like, listen, why you didn't focus? You focus so much on my family drama and not the cookbook that I have and the spices that I have out, so forth and so on. And she said, Mona explained to her, like, we're following 7 ladies, and we got to chop this thing up the best way we see fit. And honestly, of course, the best way they're going to see fit is to pull in the drama. I mean, if I was a producer, what am I going to do? This is reality TV. I'm going to pull in the drama. So that's what Mona Scott did. So she kind of explains all of that. I don't want to tell Candy's whole interview. Go over there, watch the interview. And like I said, if you want to see the part where she talks about getting a restraining order against her own sister and her sister's husband, cue up to the end. Okay. She addresses the sex tape. So I'll give you the highlights so you can go over there and watch. She addresses the sex tape. She addresses how the name Escape belongs to her and her sister, how that came about. She addresses all of those things. So if you really had any questions that were unanswered during the season or post-season, pretty much Tamika answers those questions and Candy speak on it. I will say this, it seems like she really is a good cook because, Candy love her food. And Tamika made her a whole dinner when they was, set up to film the speak on it. And Candy, of course, was like, she loved it, but Candy loves her food. But anyway, guys, what do you think about her having a restraining order against her sister and the husband? This thing has gone from bad to worse to just horrible, right? It's so sad to see that the sisters are going through this. I really pray that eventually they have a full circle moment because right now it's just not good. But I think they won't have that full circle moment until LaTocha realizes her part in this demise of their sisterhood, right? And I'm not talking about the escape group sisterhood. I'm talking about the sisterhood between her and her actual blood sister, Tamika Scott. So praying for these ladies. I think they've been through so much together as sisters, and then they also been through a whole lot together as a result of LaTocha's husband, Rocky. Rocky's a piece of work. And the fact that Tamika is still with him, I'm a little shocked. But a lot of times, some females, after they've been with someone for so long, they really feel like, what would I do without this person? But she owes it to herself. And I'm not one to break up a family, but she owes it to herself to find out what are the possibilities without Rocky by my side, and maybe I can get back with my sister and build that relationship back up if he is not in my life and in our lives. So anyway, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Are you shocked? I mean, I am, that Tamika has a restraining order against her sister LaTocha and the husband Rocky. All right, guys, don't forget, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. And for all of you out there, hit that like button, chat with me in the comments. And when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Thanks for watching.